Hello people, this is Lots7 and this time we are doing some white pipe battling on the 6th generation! Oh, we are back indeed! After 2 months, I make a little upload and then I upload for months on end! But I really am trying, It just takes so long to edit things together and to breed my Pokemon! Oh my lord! And no, I cannot even have access to Pokebank of this little delay they have. I can have a little link on the description. But yeah, it's just, and school. So, I'm sorry about the inconsistency of my uploads, but I'm trying. But here, we're gonna have a battle against Benjamin, what I had on my stream some time ago. I streamed a little while ago, I'm not exactly sure when, but I think I'm planning to stream on pretty soon with once I get my new VGC team ready and running. So yeah, Benjamin, this was a pretty interesting battle, even though it could have been a better battle. I just feel that it was a very intense battle and it came pretty close, and I really like how I made some good plays to get out. Well, not per se good plays, but I had this little plan in my mind. But anyway, a Sweden versus Finland match right over here, and look at Benjamin's team. Zizza and Nidoking and Absol are gonna be the biggest threats. But anyway, let's start off with the match now, shall we? I will be challenged by Benjamin, and Benjamin is issuing a challenge to me, Lots7, and I will lead off with Renzo Silvento. As my opponent will anticipate my Rotom lead and go with Trevenant, but that's not the case, and they have to speak out unless they wish to sack their Trevenant on turn 1, but that's not the case. They're gonna bring in Azumarill as I go with the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball will deal a fair bit amount of damage to the Azumarill, but I really gonna say interfere with Aqua Jet, a banded Aqua Jet, so I decided to bring Emporium, my physical wall, as the Azumarill goes with the Play Rough. And Emporium lives! The Play Rough recovers a fair bit of HP from leftovers, and yeah, but the thing here is that it's not bad because Emporium definitely lived that. So anyway, Emporium is gonna fade first takedown on my side in turn 2. Turn 3, anyway, the thing here is that after 3 turns, I lost my first Pokemon, so yeah. Then I'm gonna bring in my Rotom, go with obvious Thunderbolt. In all honesty, I think that it would have been better for me if I would have gone with Will-O-Wisp on this turn. But I guess that on hindsight is 2020, so yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna go with Will-O-Wisp on this turn and expect them to go with Will-O-Wisp of their own, because quite frankly, I just wanted to get this thing burned, because I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with this thing. Quite frankly, because I don't know. My best counter for this thing happens to be the Abomasnow. And now I'm just gonna switch my Rotom onto my Repomius, my own Abomasnow. And Abomasnow will activate the snow warning and the hail will come up from the sky. And now the Leech Shield will not affect your Repomius, and Repomius now will threaten this Trevenant quite indeed. It will quite threaten this Trevenant, and now the opponent has to switch out the Trevenant, and I will now unleash the power, the one, the only, the Life Orb Blizzard upon this Azumarill. It will live, but not quite. It will take a huge amount of damage, and I will reveal my Life Orb, and that will tell my opponent that I do not have a Mega Evolution on this game. So now I'm just gonna go with Protect, because this Abomasnow, quite frankly, was made for doubles, so yeah, it wasn't a team with a Mega Evolution, so I really didn't want to put Abomasnow, because I felt that Abomasnow would be just more useful with Life Orb and Blizzard. So anyway, I Protect and go with Ice Shard, take out the Azumarill without letting it do a damn thing to my Abomasnow with its superpowers. So the opponent now is gonna bring in their Absol, and I wasn't quite sure what they were gonna do, but I really didn't want to stay in the small possibility that they had Fire Blast, but I wanted to bring in my best counter for this thing, my Assault Vest Hitmontop. As the opponent is gonna go Mega with their Absol, and oh my lord, does it look gorgeous. So Absol is gonna go Mega, and now it will go with the almighty Fire Blast upon my Polly, and burn it, that 10% chance, and the hail will stop, so my Polly won't sustain more. Well, with the damage, with the burn. Now Polly still has the fighting spirit, it can still fight back, and it will fight back with the almighty close combat! However, Trevenant comes in and it's a ghost stab, so it doesn't affect it. So that's a thing! But we both are gonna be inflicted by our burns, so that's nice. But the one Citrus Berry is gonna activate, and now I'm thinking that this thing might be Harvest, because I know these things get Harvest. I knew it at the time, but I didn't know what I was supposed to do about this creepy tree. So yeah, it's gonna go with Willow. It doesn't activate, and it doesn't goes onto my Chandelure, so that tells them that I do not have Flash Fire. I have another ability, either Flame Body or Infiltrator, but they don't know that yet. They don't. But I will go with the Flamethrower on the blasters, and it will take practically no damage whatsoever. Recover a fair bit amount of HP from leftovers, and now I think that I'm just gonna bring in my Repomir. Repomir will come in, and now Repomir comes in. My Abomasnow what can threaten this thing out with its stab, with a powerful grass type stab and blizzard. So, the blasters will go with Scald, and it will hopefully not burn my Abomasnow, and it doesn't! Oh, it's glorious! And blasters will take a little of HP. The leftovers recover is now negated by the hail. So that's pretty nifty. Sorry about that. So anyway, the blasters is gonna switch out, and the opponent is gonna bring in the Scissor, expecting my Energy Ball. And now I will go with the Energy Ball upon this Scissor. And now, afraid of this thing being choice locked, or actually choice banned, so I'm thinking that I want to see if they're going to go with Bullet Punch or U-Turn. I'm just going to protect, but they reveal that they are ST, and that's just terrible. On my side, this thing has become a massive threat, and I quite frankly just have to sack something. I believe I would have run in my Hitmontop on this turn, but the opponent goes into pursuit, and I will lose my Abomasnow. Would have been able to hit super effectively 3 of the guys what he has left. So that's terrible. So now I'm just gonna bring in Firenzo. My opponent was expecting me to double, and that's why they went with pursuit, but not the case here. I go with Flamethrower and take the Scissor out. And now that threat is no more, and the hail will end. My hail will end at last, and the final memories of Repomir will fade. Firenzo Sylvander will switch out on this Blastoise, and now I'm just gonna bring in Dr. Fetus to take the opponent's Skull, but they're gonna pull a double! They're gonna pull a double indeed, and I was afraid that they would bring in the Apple, but no! They're bringing the Nidoking! And Nidoking will have to switch out, because quite frankly, they cannot take a Psychic. Blastoise cannot really take a Psychic either, but I will go with Trick Room! Trick Room will twist the dimensions and make me the fastest thing alive with my quiet nature Reuniclus. And now, I will go with Energy Ball upon this Blastoise, and it will take it, and it will retire with Scald! I was hoping not for it to burn, because quite frankly, I do not have Magic Guard. I have Overcoat, because Overcoat now blocks 4, and I want to hit those Among Uses because they are quite annoying. Now the Blaster is going to go with Protect. I will go with Energy Ball because I don't want to show any of the moves of my set just yet to my opponent, because quite frankly, I would have been able to deal with the Trevenant. Even if it would have taken an Energy Ball, I would have been able to KO it with Psychic, because quite frankly, Reuniclus is still a very powerful Pokemon, and Trick Room would have been active on this turn as well. So but still, even though Trick Room is active, I don't want to go with any move, because I know I cannot KO this thing, and I know it would most likely carry Sucker Punch because it has Magic Guard, and it goes with the Sucker Punch. I predict that, and then Intimidate, bringing my Poly, and then Intimidate my opponent. But even though I have the burn, it's really hurting my Poly, it's hurting my Hitmontop, and now I'm thinking that they would indeed bring in their Nidoking, but that's not the case here. That's not the case. I'm gonna switch on my Poly and bring in my Rotoms. Aron Cybertron Zang will come in, and now it's terrible. It's a terrible situation. I cannot touch this thing. This is the Aron Cybertron Zang set from VGC, and I really think that the set is good on doubles, but on singles, I think that I would rather use Wall Street over the Thunderbolt. But Rotom was a good Pokemon, and I wanted to use it on this battle. So yeah, I really didn't have much red, and so I was afraid of the Unleash. I had to switch into my Poly and intimidate my opponent. I wasn't sure if they had a Ghost Tap or not. So that's why I was afraid of that, and that's why I had to bring in Poly. That's why I didn't bring in, for example, my Chandelure, because I didn't want to die on switching. But yeah, now I'm just gonna bring in my Firenzo Silvento. And Firenzo will come in, and the opponent comes into Confuse Ray! Confuses my Firenzo, and that's... I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I'm still afraid of the Ghost type stab, because even though I know every single move this thing has, at this point, I'm still afraid of the Shadow Claw or anything like that, so I don't want to stay in. And they go with Lead Seed, and yeah... My opponent does have a switch into Chandelure, so that's my winning condition, basically. But the fact is that I really am afraid of this Trevenant, even though I should have not be. And now I'm just bringing my Cyber Tail saying, it's gonna get Lead Seed, and we both get burn damage. But the opponent's Harvest is gonna activate, and the Trevenant will acquire another Citrus Berry to gain some HP. And it's a terrible situation for me. I'm just gonna go with Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt will deal a little damage to this thing, as it Horn Leeches on me. It doesn't do that much regarding that it's super effective damage, because it's Intimidate, it's Burn, but yeah, it's still not a situation I want to be in, because I quite frankly don't have any idea how I should go by this, because I'm still afraid of the Ghost type move, even though it doesn't have one. So here I'm thinking, okay, I had enough of this. I will switch out. I will switch out onto my Firenzo Silvento. Especially as I see the Harvest activated. I'm just like, no. This is enough. This is enough sitting still. I have played enough time. No, it's time to make a play. It's time to make a play to Firenzo Silvento. And I will take my risk. I will take my chances. I'll take over the lead seat. Not confuse Ray. And now I'm in a very nice position in my own opinion. And now it's time for me to unleash the power of Flamethrower of Firenzo Silvento. The almighty timid 145 base attack Flamethrower from a Chandelure will annihilate this Trevenant. However, he doesn't want to stay in. He's too afraid of the Flamethrower, and Nidoking will be brave enough to come in and think that it could stand up to my Flamethrower. My Chandelure go with the Flamethrower, and it deals a fair amount of damage. It deals enough damage, whereas the left Elite Sheet won't be able to save this Nidoking. It won't. And as my Chandelure is indeed a timid Scarfer, it will be able to outspeed this Nidoking and take it out! It's glorious. I'm really happy that I was able to take that Nidoking out on that turn. But now the Absol comes in and I'm too afraid of the Sucker Punch, so I'm gonna bring in my Hitmontop. I will bring in my Poly. I will say Poly! Just wait a second. And intimidate my opponent, and they are not gonna wait, and they are just gonna play rough and take my Poly out from that HP. So yeah, that's not all that bad, because I don't really think that my Hitmontop could have been able to do that much when it's burned. And now I'm bringing my Roto Wash for some odd reason. To go with what move? Light Screen? I don't know. I mean, I went with the Will-O-Wisp. I bloody forget that the Absol has Magic Powers, so yeah, I don't know what happened there. So yeah, the Trevenant comes in and it gets a Harvest. It's again another Harvest, and I just... Okay, time to switch into Firenzo once more. And now I hope with my very being that it won't go with the Confuse Ray, but it does. It does go with the Confuse Ray, and now I'm just bracing myself. Okay, Firenzo Silvento, we all know how it is. We know that you can pull through this one. And now we'll see the moment of truth. And the Firenzo goes with Flamethrower, takes out the Trevenant, and it's just absolutely great that I now know that I can have this game in the bag. Absol comes in, and now I know I have this game in bag with Firenzo. I'm gonna switch out under my Rotom, on the Cybertron, and now the Absol will go with the Play Rough! It will take out my Cybertron, and it doesn't matter that much, my boy. It doesn't matter that much. at this game in Firenze and Ridiculous, even though they both are weak to dark. Absol goes to the second match, but I show off that Memento Chandelure saves me, because now the Absol is on -2 attack, -2 special attack. Even though I had to sack Firenze, it would have not lived from a base 150 physical attack and sucker punch, so that was the play to make. Now it goes with the second punch once more as I activate the trick room, and now it's time for me to finish the game. Not with this turn, of course, because I want to recover up, I want to get my HP back, and I was actually predicting a sucker punch. So yeah, now I'm not sure what they're gonna go with. They're gonna go with sucker punch once again. Hoping for a crit, I assume, but that doesn't happen. It's super effective and doesn't even do half, and I go with Energy Ball! It does overlap on this Absol, and now I was expecting for another Sucker Punch, but I guess they ran out because this would have been their 6th Sucker Punch, but I don't guess they used PP up, so yeah. The Absol goes to play rather look at that damage, it's just not existent. And now I will finish the game with Energy Ball! And now, that will finish the Absol. The beautiful Absol will fade, and now that will end the game against Benjamin, who I had some time ago on my stream, and I feel that this was a very interesting battle, and I feel it was very intense. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for enduring my narration once again, and I hope that I would be able to keep on going. I hope that I would keep on going on the next year. I hope that I would be able to be more consistent. That's the main thing. And then there's the other things regarding my narrations, because I have heard that some people say that I am too, well, I go too loud. I have heard some people say that I go too loud with my narration. For what they say that I sound a bit obnoxious at times, and my narrations are a bit unbalanced. And yeah, I would like to hear your opinion about the matter, because quite frankly, I really want to improve my narrations, because the thing here is that improving my narrations is the best thing what I want to offer, because I just go out there. I use my just terrible computer to just get the quality out there for you guys, because I really want to offer the best quality I can to you, even though it makes it very hard for me to keep on uploading and all, because the fact remains to be that it takes around a day and a half to render a video, and my computer just is that terrible. Let's just leave it at that. So I'm trying my best to get you the best quality out there with my overlay, but I guess I could try not to use the overlay and not do as much editing, and therefore be able to just offer you quality more often, and then I could just do Showdown, then I don't have to do as much editing. But that's your opinion, and leave your comment about that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for enduring my narration, like always, leave a like, leave a comment, and like always, have a fine day!